Hello guys, welcome back to Casino Quest. This is David here. I'm at the Fashion Show Mall at our Casino Quest location outside Macy's Men's. And today we are going to teach you about the lay. And so for those of you who are not used to this or don't have 3, 4, 5 times tables, maybe have 10 times table, 20 times table, or really any times table, I'm gonna help you figure out what the maximum lay can be. And the first thing I think we're gonna do is we're gonna go over the payoff so we get re-familiarize ourselves. It's always good to sort of reinforce what we know. And we'll go from there. Okay, so the first thing obviously is bet the don'ts. When this is off, a coming out roll, right? You want a 2 or 3 on the come out roll. To win, 7-11 loses. Once we have a point, you wanna see a 7 before the point rolls again in order to win on the don't pass, right? Now, if you want to make another don't pass bet, you can go through the don't come. And then every new number that rolls, it'll go behind that number. And again, you want 7 before that number rolls. And with every new number that's rolled, let's say a 9 is rolled, you'll go behind the number. And that means you want a 7 before the number. Now, you can also take a lay on any of these numbers or do what's called a direct lay where we pay a commission. But that's something else. So what I'm going to go over is help you sort of figure out what's the maximum lay I can take, regardless of what the number is, if I'm at a 10 or 20 times casino, or really any times casino. So on a 3, 4, 5 times game, which most of the strip casinos are, it's just 6 times your flat bet. So regardless of what the point is 10, you can lay 6 times 5, 30. Point is 9, 6 times 5, 30, point is 8, 6 times 5, 30, and so on, okay? So on a 3, 4, 5 table, it's always 6 times your bet. And by 3, 4, 5, we mean 3 times odds, 4 times odds, 5 times odds that you can on the pass line, right? So if the point is 8, for example, you could take 5 times your flat bet, giving you $25 odds, right? If the point is 9, you can take 4 times your flat bet, in this case 20, okay, 4 times 5 is 20. And again, if the point is 10, you can take 3 times your flat bet, again, and that would be $15. And by the way, in every case, it always pays, they pay the same. You get the same total payoff regardless of where you're at. So like here, $35, 30 plus 5, 35. If the point is 9, 20 pays 30 plus 5, 35. If the point is 8, 25 odds gets 30 plus 5, 35. So another way that we cheat with that is 7 times. If we always take maximum odds, it's always 7 times a flat bet, and that's the total that we're going to get paid for rolling that point or winning that point. But again, back to the lays. So the reason why I bring this up is because there's an inverse relationship, and this is how I help people sort of figure out what the maximum lay is. It's really easy if you know what the maximum odds are, okay? So let's say, for example, let's start with the 10, okay? So the 10, let's just take this away. Let's go back. We'll start with a 3, 4, 5 times game, and I'll show you the inverse relationship really quickly, and then I'll show you how it works to make it real easy for you to figure out on a 10 times odds game or 20 times odds game. Okay, on a regular table, right, if you have $5 on the line, you can take up to 3 times your bet here, or $15 odds. Those 15 odds pay $30. $30, right? If you roll the 10. And the flat bet always wins even money. Well, guess what? What it pays is what you can lay, right? So 15 pays 30, and that's exactly what you can lay, or 6 times 5, okay? So what this pays is what you can lay. Now, let's say we move to the 9, okay? On the 9, you can take 4 times odds. 20 pays 30. Right? Because you get 3 for every 2. 15 and 15, $30, okay? So what it pays is what it lays, see? So you see where I'm going with this? That's how we figure it out on a 10 and 20 times table. Okay, look on 6 and 8, 25 odds pays 30, right? A green gets a red, pays 30. Guess what? That's what you can lay, and that's why it's always 6. It works out nicely on a 3, 4, 5 times table because it's always 6 times your flat. All right, so let's do a 10 times table. 10 times table, okay? Starting again with the 10, okay? A 10 times table means you could take 10 times your flat bet for odds. 5 times 10, $50, okay? Guess what $50 pays? 50 pays 2 to 1, right? On the 4 and 10, the odds pay 2 to 1. So the 2 green are going to get 4 green, right? What it pays is what it lays. So now you know you can lay $100 on your $5 bet. So like, you don't even have to worry about the math. I mean, obviously there's a little bit of math there, but what I do as a dealer is, a player comes up and asks me, okay, what can I lay on my bet? In my head, I move it to the line, I do the max odds, and then I say, okay, what will max odds pay? These max odds we know pay 100, and so yeah, what it pays is what it lays. So let's say, for example, okay, let's reset this and come out again, okay? Let's say a person had $10. Okay, let's do a couple different scenarios. Let's do a $5 flat bet, a $10 flat bet, and a quarter flat bet, okay? On the don't pass, we'll do the same thing, $5, $10, and a quarter, okay? So here, we're gonna come out on the point at 10. Again, $15, right? Okay, no, we're doing 10 times table, my bad. 10 times table, right? 5 gets 50, 10 gets 100, okay, so let's just put 100 odds, 10, take $100 odds. 25 times 10, $250, okay? $250 for odds. The $50 odds here is gonna pay what? 100 bucks, you got it. $100, right? So that's what we can lay on $5. The $10, okay, that $100 odds is gonna pay 200. Everyone gets 2. We don't even care that it's a blackjack or it's $100. One of these gets 2 of these. And so that's what $10 maximum lay, $200, okay? $250, okay, on the 10, because the odds pay 2 to 1, it's gonna pay $500, right? $500, so we can lay $500, and we wouldn't wanna do that with one check. We would wanna throw 5 black out there, okay? Easy peasy, okay? That's it. That's how we know we can play. Okay, so let's go to the 9 now, okay? Let's go with the same. We'll do 5, 10, and a quarter, okay? Give you guys a little bit of diversity, all right? 5, 10, and a quarter. Okay, so real easy, all right? Again, 10 times odds. Oh, I didn't even need to bring that back, by the way, because 10 times odds, just 10 times odds, okay? But we're gonna reset this, okay? Now it's 100, and now 250, okay? Okay, so 50, 2 green ones is gonna pay 3 green ones, right? All right, because the odds are 3 to 2. We don't care, we don't even care it's 50 bucks. We just know that 2 of these is gonna get 3 of these, period. So guess what? That's what we can lay, 75 if we have 5 flat. If we have 10 flat, okay, we know we could take 100 odds, okay? 100 odds is gonna pay 150, right? 3 to 2, or like blackjack. So that means we can take a $150 lay. 250 is gonna pay $375. Now, there goes my watch. Very important stuff going on here, very important stuff. Okay, so like, okay, so some of you are like, well, you had to use a little math there. Not really. I got 2 black and 2 green. I need 3 black, 3 green. That's it, colors, that's it. Didn't even, can care less that that's $375. Can care less that that's $250. We're getting away from the math, going with the colors, right? Because the odds are 3 to 2. So 2 black gets 3 black, 2 green gets 3 green. It happens to be 375, and that's what the lay is. Now, interestingly enough, okay, the lay is gonna pay 50. 150 is gonna pay 100. 375 is gonna pay 250. So now that you've figured out what the maximum lay is, you already know what it's gonna pay, because that's what you, that's the number that you worked with before, you follow? So like, it's brilliant. So once you get there, you already know. So when the dealer comes around to you, you'll know if he mispays you. You'll know you need to get 50 here, 100 here, and 250 there. Boom, boom, and a boom, okay? All right, let's move over to the 6 and 8, okay? Now, all we gotta do is pick up these actually, right? Because we know 10 times table, right? 10 times table, 50, 100, 250, same way. Here we have 5, 10, 25, okay? So what does 50 pay on the 8 if the odds hit, right? We know every green gets a red. Every green gets a red, and then this is always even money, all right? So I'm not just forgetting that, but I'm focusing on the odds, okay? Every green gets a red, so guess what? That is the lay. 50 pays 60, 60 is my rack lay. Okay, now this gets a little tricky, but how many green are in 1 black? 4 green, right? 4 green gets 4 red. So it's a black and a 4 red, right? Because a black is the same as 4 green. So that's the maximum lay, 120. Okay, 250 pays $300. How do I know that? I just do because I've been doing this. But it's 120 and 120 is 240 and 60, $300, okay? So $300 lay. And then guess what? Now we know what they pay. The $60 lay is gonna pay 50. The $120 lay is gonna pay 100. And the $300 lay is gonna pay 250. See? So once we figure out what the lay is, we know what the pays are. It's a brilliant thing, right? Okay, now let's go ahead and we're gonna clean this all up. I'm gonna start over and now we're gonna do a 20 times table. But if you found this easy, the 20 times table is gonna be even easier. Unless you don't know your 20 times table, then you might have a few problems. But you know what? There you go. It's the 10 times table doubled, just so you know. 10 times table doubled, 20 times table. Okay, and then we'll even do a 100 times table if the Cromwell ever gets back. Hoping, praying for the Cromwell. Okay, by the way, this table is from the Cromwell. This 14-foot table that I'm working on right now is a refurbished Cromwell table. Sure is. Okay, so let's do 20 times table. So a 10 times table, 50, double, 100, right? We could take 100 odds here, okay? 10 times 10, 100, double, 200. That's all. I don't need to know my 20 times table, but I know my 10 times table because I know I just have to add a 0. And I'm good to go. I need to move that little number, that little decimal point over. Boom, easy. Okay, 25 times 10, 250, double 250, I could take 500 odds, okay? So let's start at the 10, right? On the 10, 100 pays 200. So on a 20 times table, boom, $200 lay. And guess what? 200 is gonna pay 100. My 200, my 10 with 200, 200 is gonna pay double, double, double. So I need 4 black ones, okay? That's my lay, $400, 200, 400. 400 lay is gonna pay 200. And you notice you put the lay first. So the lay goes before the bet, so that way the boxman can more accurately see, so that the lay does not interfere with the bet. So for example, let's say you had your bet here, you put your lay there. If your boxman's sitting down, looking in the mirror, it's a little harder to see. So the lay always goes first, and dealers know to pay the lay first and to set it up that way. So if you see your dealer breaking down your checks or moving them over, don't worry. They're just sort of reconfiguring it so that they can pay it and the supervisor can watch the action. Okay, 500, 4 and 10 is gonna pay what? $1,000, right? If it hits, so that means $25 gets $1,000. That's the maximum lay on a 20 times table. All right, let's go back. Let's add the 9s, the 5 and 9s, all right? 5 and 9s, okay. Again, same thing. These are all the same in play because it's 20 times table across the board, right? 20 times 5, 20 times 10, 20 times 25, okay? So what's 100 gonna pay? It's gonna pay 150, 3 to 2, right? All right, so there's 150 lay, and we know it pays 100. 2 checks, gonna get 3 checks in back, so there you go. The $10 is gonna be a $300 lay. And 500 is gonna win you $750 if it was a 9. And there we go, okay? Bet plus half the bet or 3 to 2 blackjack if you guys are more familiar with that type of thing. So there you go, lays are all in play and we know what all these pay. 150 is gonna pay 100, 300 is gonna pay 200, and my 750 lay is gonna pay $500, okay? So let's go, now let's go to the 6 and 8. Okay, boom, bada boom. All right, 6 and 8. 100 pays 120, right? Okay, it's like 4 green, so we got 4 red. Okay, so that's a $100 lay. 200 is just double that, 240. Okay, so we can do 240 lay on 10. And 500 is going to get 600. Every purple gets a black. Every 5 gets 6. So I got a $6 or a $600 lay on my $25. And now I know what they pay. 120 pays 1, 240 pays 2, 600 pays 500. Easy peasy. All right. All right, let's just do one last one for giggles in case you end up at the Cromwell and you got a whole lot of money itching to get out because they have 100 times odds. That's right, 100 times odds. Okay, I don't know what their specifics are in terms of like what their maximum is, but let's just say Let's just go for it. 500 or $5, $500 odds. $10, $1,000 odds. Okay, $25, 2,500 times odds, just like that. Okay, that's a lot of money to come out. I would be so intimidated to play this game, by the way. $5 game turns into a purple game, just like that. $5 a line, $500 odds. Wow. Okay, so on the 4 and 10, what does 500 pay? This is even easier, by the way. I better reach in. I got to get some yellows out because, man, if you hit these, you're going to be in yellow quick. Okay, 500 pays 1,000. Okay, boom, $1,000 lay. Okay, now your dealer would break that up into like 2 checks so that way it can look like a lay. Okay, you can't use a lay with 1 check. They might actually put a button on it, but they would most likely break it down to the checks so they can do like this. Okay, so 500 is going to pay 1,000. Okay, so we're just going to do $1,000 lay, right? 1,000 is going to pay 2,000. So $10, you could take $2,000 lay. 2,500 is going to pay $5,000. So bam, you could take a $5,000 lay against a $25 flat bet on the 4 and 10. And again, you know what they pay. 1,000 pays 5, 2,000 pays 1,000, and 5,000 is going to pay you 25,000. Okay, let's move to the 9. Unless, am I running out of time, young man?
You have 8 minutes.
8 minutes. Oof. Okay, we're going to speed it up. All right, here we go. Okay, all right, moved over to the 9. Okay, same thing. Okay, we can keep the same odds, 500 times odds. Okay, so now though we got 5 pays $750 on that nickel. So guess what? We can do a $750 lay. Okay, these 2 is going to pay 3. So 1,000, we'll get 1,500. Okay, and 2,500. Okay, is going to pay $3,750. Woo! Wow, Nelly. I think so. I don't know why I keep thinking that. It's $1,250. So 2,500 plus 1,250, right? Let me go. Oh my God, that's my watch helping me out. That's Alexa dialing it in. Okay, so here's where I get in trouble. If I have a brain fart like I am right now, there's 2,500. Okay, and then I need 1,250. 10, 12, 50. I was right. 37.50. I don't know why I knew that. I don't know why I got it. But you see, that's how you can come right down to color. That's how you can break it down. If you ever get stuck, it's just 2,500, half of 2,500, put it together, 37.50. So that would be the lay. And now that I figured that out, I'm way ahead of myself because 750 pays 5, 15 pays 1, and 37.50 pays, guess what? 2,500. Easy. All right, let's do the 8 real quick. All right, here we go. Okay, so on the 6 and 8, it's the easiest thing because every 5 gets 6, right? Every purple gets a black, boom, that's the lay. 10 gets 12, every purple gets a black, that's the lay. Oh, I picked up our $25 flat bet. Okay, and then we got 2,500 gets 3,000. All right, it'd be the same thing as you're adding an extra 100 5 times, so that would be 3,000 lay. And again, 600 is going to get 5, 1,200 is going to get 10, and 3,000 is going to get 2,500, and boom. Now you know what the max lay is on a 10, 20, and 100 times table. All right, I hope you guys liked that quick lesson on the inverse relationship between the odds and the max lay on the don't pass. And if you did, make sure to like or subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you very much for tuning in. Take care, guys. Bye.
What's going on, guys? It's Alex here. We just finished recording our 12-minute challenge. We'd like to invite you guys, anyone that's interested in coming down, you don't have to pay or anything like that. Just come down, join our Discord link, and also join us on Twitch. We stream 4 days a week, live blackjack, live craps, live carnival games. Hope to see you soon. Bye.